I've done it again. I put my gloves on and not done my helmet up. Cut! No, don't. Good morning, everybody. Probably can't hear me actually, the microphone. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Another video. I haven't recorded for a little while. Dropped the van off to the repair place. RVS in Royston. Chuck the bike in the back of the van because, well, I haven't got anyone to take me down there anyway, but other than that, I've done it again. I put my gloves on and not done my helmet up. Cut! No, don't cut. Let's keep them rolling, yeah. So there's a couple of lanes around here that I did ages ago, but I was just wearing road bike boots and my road bike lid and all that, so I figured it's been sunny, they're going to be rutty. I wonder how it looks or how it is, so I figured I'll bring the off-road bike and give it a little explore. I need to get some petrol, so we're going to stop and get petrol on the way. Smell you later. Right, so we have fuel. No fuel light, 8 and a bit quid of premium, so not that much, probably 5-6 litres maybe. Roads are, as you may be able to tell from the camera, I'll obviously see in the edit, are very wet. Very greasy because it's been dry, and when it's been dry for a long time you get fuel and all that kind of crap. Sits in the road, it's not slippy until the rain comes. Then you get a little bit of rain and whoop, whoop. That's the sound of ambulance. Right, so we got a bit of dual carriageway, just a little bit to get to the A10. Yeah, we got a bit of dual carriageway to get to the A10 first. My camera appears to have moved slightly. Okay, that's top gear, 55, 58. Got to get past this bus. So for everyone asking, I mean, people say it's hairy. It's a little hairy. The speedo's saying 61, probably doing closer to maybe late 50s. It's all right. It's a bit windy today. You know, it can get hairy at times when you try and overtake a lorry. The wind buffeting hits you, and this thing is like a sail. It's like a kite in the wind then. So this is the A10 here, I think. At least I hope it is anyway, because otherwise I've gone the wrong way. And it won't be the first time. Bike feels very strange. It's been away for repair and it's now back. Come on bike, come on tyres, come on knobbly tyres. The bike could probably go around there a bit faster, but I haven't ridden in months, and to be honest, this is not the day for it, for a getting back in the saddle day. This is not the day. It's been bloody hot all week, well, for months. And the day that I decided, well, the van broke yesterday, so the van's gone into the garage today. And here I am on the Fantique. Now the turn is somewhere up here on the left. There's a turning on the right, and our lane is on the left. In all honesty, it felt a lot closer than this last time, but it was 6 months ago nearly, I would have thought, when I come down here. It's not bad. There's a few little lanes around here. I was going to put the View Ranger thing on and plot the thing, but as you can see I haven't got my handlebar mount, and to be honest it's pretty wet. I don't want to be putting my phone on the handlebars in its normal case, and I haven't got a decent external case for it. I've got one for my mountain bike that will sit there, but that's not ideal because it's not a very strong mount, because it's designed for just regular use. It's not like an off-road mountain bike kind of affair. I'll have to find a decent one. Right, so it's got to be around here somewhere. There's no actual, oh there's a junction, I think that might be it. It's not signposted, nothing behind us. Yes, this is it. No, yeah, this is it. I think this is it. Let's get the old fire truck, because otherwise I'm going to get, oh, I've had to put like a rubber jacket on because I was wearing my off-roady motocross type gear, and I don't think it's going to be suitable. Good morning commuters, bonjour, comment ça va? Oui, ça va bien. National Grid. More National Griddy people. Oh, substation. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop, I'm going to get my lid off and just check that I'm recording. Oh, a little bit of a straight in on the water. Oh, fucking hell. This bag brake's a nightmare to get on. Right, I'm going to stop here, just check that I'm actually recording. In all honesty, I'm a little bit miffed. my interphone shape helmet headset, which me and the boy use as an intercom when we're off-roading, is not working. I thought it was just flat, so I put it on charge, as you do, but it charged up fully. Well, I said it charged up fully, and it won't turn on. So now I'm having to go without music. Oh man, this feels so weird. I haven't been on a lane in months. Let's get that front wheel going. Now this was really rutty down here when I come down here before. I go in the grass. Oh, it is pretty rutty, yeah. A little jumpy jump. Oh, it's quite wet actually. Ah, that's what I'm missing. My goggles. So the rain spit a pattern in my face. I'm not wearing goggles. They're hanging up in the shed. I do remember seeing them now. So I'm supposed to be going out for a ride, well, potentially going out for a ride Sunday this week. So I figured this would be an ideal opportunity to get a little bit of practice in. But I should have brought my goggles, because getting used to wearing goggles is hard bloody work. Oh, I'm going to have to put my visor down. That'll do. The only problem with putting your visor down is that you do get a little bit of distortion, especially, I mean, I've got a pin lock so it doesn't mist up. I've got a pin lock max vision, which is great, but you do get a little bit of distortion as the light catches it, and that can be a bit of a problem. Good heavens, I feel rusty. I feel like I've got a massive wild horse below me. Oh shit! Whoa, the sides of this little rut are slippy. Whoa, those tree branches are slippy too. No, I've got to go visor up. I'll have to deal with the rain in the eyes. This actually feels like clay. The trick is, let the bike move below you. So the trick is, yeah, let that bike free under you and let the bike move and you keep your position. You might have to counter sometimes, but let the bike be free. If you're stiff and tense all the time, the bike will lean, you will lean, the back wheel will skid out or the front wheel will skid out, and you'll end up on your ass or your face. And trust me, I know this because I've done it. Definitely gonna have to have a visor down here. So I'm trying something new. I tried this with the Suzuki, and that is 60 frames. I've never been a 60 frames person. I've always been a 24 frames person for that cinematic look, don't you know? And that is because when you edit it and you put a filter on it, it makes things look not smooth, but it makes it look more sometimes interesting. Oh shit, fuck, this brake's rubbish. Tristan, no, Dean, what have you done to my brake? Okay, so the bike's been into Clements because well, I'm not going to go long story short, I'm just going to tell you the story. Tristan at the Motorbike Hut has decided to give back the Frantic franchise that he had. He's the dealer that I bought it from. Turns out he wasn't a very good dealer, as it happens. In over his head, and that's why he couldn't fix or support my bike, or pretty much didn't do the stuff that he's supposed to do to it, and is responsible for the stuff that was broken on my bike. I mean, I'm just going to say this: 2.3 litres of, or 2.2 litres of oil inside the engine. Yeah, the bike's not broken, the bike's fine. It's been flushed. I'm going to do 200-300 miles on it, and then I'm going to run it through again, filter, oil, probably wait another 300-400 miles and then do it again, or whatever comes first. Dean at Clements says 3 to 4 rides max. If it's wet and you go through a river, change it anyway. Just drop the oil, change the filter. Probably I'm going to upgrade to a foam filter as well, maybe, if I keep this bike. Ow, fucking hell, Black Cat, you little cock, what did you go around right in front of me for? Wasn't very sportsmanlike, was it? Where was I? Yeah, so my disc got ruined. I went out for a ride actually down here, as it happens, or part of this route, and my first TRF run, which is just when I got the bike, and I did I think we did 110 miles or 130 miles that day, all off-road pretty much, and at the end of it my disc was knackered, absolutely toast, and I didn't know anything about the pads or anything about bikes at the time really. And it turns out that they put an anti-squeal plate on the back of the rear disc pads, which is only for road use, and your dealer should know that, and your dealer should ask you, are you using this for road or off-road? And if it's off-road, change the pads out. They didn't do that. The guy who bought it brand new, who put 300 miles on it, He obviously didn't know that either, because he had the same pads and the same disc. So that then scored my disc rather badly. I then ground that down, which you've seen in the previous video, I would imagine. If not, go check it out. It's rather boring. Where was I? Yeah, so they changed the disc finally. It's taken me nearly a year. I changed the pads because the pad was ruined. I wouldn't have been able to stop otherwise. The disc I ground down, it still worked. It was just a bit tatty and damaged. So they've changed that. So this disc now needs bedding in, really. You know what they're like. They come out of the factory with a coating on them, don't they? It's, you know, they've cleaned it off as best they can, but road use, getting it hot and using the pads to wear it down are what you need. So at the minute, it's very soft. I'm hoping that's just the pad, to be honest, because the problem was I couldn't get any pressure in the brake. And Dean did say, we've bled it up, no problem. You know, I'll take your word for that. Nobody else seemed to be able to do it. And now it's incredibly soft. So either it doesn't work or it's still got air in it. I mean, I was doing 10 miles an hour there, and I had my foot flat on the brake and it didn't skid the back wheel. And I've got hard motocross boots on, so it's not like the sole's compressing. Anyway, we digress. So yeah, I had some issues with the bike. The bike's sorted. The bike is fixed and returned to me. Now the van's broken. Before that it was the van that was broken. Before that it was the car that was broken. Doing well here. Automotive vehicles, automobiles even, cost you tons of money. They're a right arse. Nice little jumpy jump. Little wheelie, tiny little one. So yeah, I'm doing this just so I can preempt it. My back hurts, my hip hurts. But I need to see if I can do this little journey, which is about 25 miles. No, it's about 30 miles. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to go out Sunday. And I'd really like to go out Sunday and do a proper ride. Because then you're riding with other people. It's hard when you're riding on your own, as you may know, to maybe push yourself. But when you're riding with other people and you see them do something, you then think, well, I think, oh, I could probably do that, I'll give that a go. And likewise, they watch you ride and you push a little bit, so they push a little bit more, and then they push themselves a bit. And you know, more often than not, they don't hurt themselves. Sometimes they do, unfortunately, but then they'll push themselves and they'll do things. Like I went out for a ride with Joe, I think it's before, no, it was just as lockdown started, maybe, I can't remember, it was March time maybe. And there's a big mound up on one of the rides that me and him did, one of the routes that me and him did. He's actually done it recently as well. And I didn't do it because I was cold. I just started, my body hadn't really warmed up fully. I hadn't ridden in a little while, and I thought, nah, you know what? Joe went for it, and I thought, I could do that, I could push up and try it, but I'm not feeling that confident. I wasn't feeling very confident then anyway. And I didn't do it. I don't regret that I didn't do it. But if you're in a big group, sometimes you get caught up in the moment and you don't see that, and you do it anyway. And sometimes it's a pleasant surprise. You go, ah, brilliant, I did it, yay! Where was I going with this? So anyway, here we are, out on the Fantic, Casa E250, E-Casa 250, aka the TL250. Just trying to get a couple of miles on my body without working too hard. And we have a little Doge up ahead. But it's not that little Doge, it's quite a big Doge. Seems to be quite well trained. He's going to heel, which is nice. Oh, he's got a little waggy tail too, or she has. Good morning. That was a good dog. If that was my Molly back when she was alive, she'd have been straight over. Oh gosh. Oh, we have more doggies. I'll have this side. It'd be nice to better get some speed up, but you know, we'll go slow. Right, that dog's going over that side. Right, you all going that side, or what are you having? Well, this has turned out to be a rather slow ride, which I'm fine with, because, you know, I was trying to build up some confidence anyway. It's not like I'll be herring around doing wheelies and shit, because I can't really do wheelies anyway, as you've seen from the other video. Morning! Morning! They're good dogs as well. They're looking at their owner obediently, waiting. Get back out in the middle now, give it a few minutes, a few meters even, and then we'll open it up a little bit. I'll tell you what was a shock, blimey. Actually, do you know, surprisingly what wasn't a shock was getting the bike in the van. I was like, I haven't done it for a while, my back's bad, and I've pissed it straight up, and it's probably because I've been lumbering that Suzuki round, which feels like it weighs nearly twice as much, which it probably does. Yeah, so that went in quite nicely, but the big shock was putting on motocross boots, because that's what these are motocross boots. I got them because I have a weak right ankle. I've torn the ligaments in it many times, I've broken the ankle twice, and it's never ever healed right. And the only thing that fixes it really is ultrasound and ultrasound therapy, and I've had it a few times, but it is £40 a session, and I have to be doing that every week. And as a dad and a business owner, I don't have the money for that. It's too much, and the NHS just won't do it. They'll happily pay for me to go and spend an hour with an actual physiotherapist who's going to manipulate me and stuff, but they won't pay for 15 minutes of ultrasound where the person just sits still, puts some gel on me and turns on the electric. They just won't do it. Got more doggies. Yeah, they won't do it, and I don't understand why. What is the cost? The electro machine thing doesn't require anything specialist apart from some KY jelly. Well, I think it's KY jelly anyway. Some butthole lube, yeah, a bit of jelly and some electricity. Surely it can't cost the same as a skilled physiotherapist who's going to manipulate your body for an hour. Morning. Oh, blimey, she's got a fine look to her, so she has. Right, let's get out of this little skiddy rut, get back onto the grass, find some little bits to jump off of, or to wheelie over even. There's one. It's very hard pulling evenly. So even though, I mean, I'm only popping the front wheel over a little gap, but because I'm pulling as well, it's hard to pull the throttle without pulling, you know, the throttle all the way back. So I'm pulling more with my left hand, and then the handlebars are twisting a little bit. It's a skill I shall have to develop. Probably not going to have the time this year, so I'll have to wait till next year to become a wheelie master. You know, I don't have to become wheelie good at it. I really would like to. Oh god, give it up. Dad joke central. Yeah, but I would like to be able to control my wheelie rather than just use it. So, I mean, it does what I need it to do, don't get me wrong. So for anybody out there who can't wheelie or can't pop the front wheel up over things, chill. Okay, it's a very valuable, useful skill to have, to be able to get your front wheel up. And as long as you can get it up over the obstacle you're trying to get up over, job's a good one. If you want to wheelie just to look cool or to be a hooligan down the street, well, you know, that's not what we're about in the TRF. Whew. Yeah, I shouldn't have put this coat on. No, I have to, because any road sections I'm going to be absolutely freezing because it's wet. Well, I have to say, it's good to be back in the, I was going to say saddle, but it's good to be back in the foot pegs. But you forget, I mean, well, I do anyway, or I have even. I forget how bloody hard work, how much hard work it is, even going slow down here. Because you're still balancing. Yes, centrifugal force is keeping your bike upright, but you're still having to balance. Damn it, I should have checked the time. I've got a delivery coming between 10:09 and 11. And I didn't leave the garage until 9 o'clock, so I literally had an hour. Barriers, yes, but that's fine because that's hours. That's a green lane. I know that's a green lane. And I know it is because I've been on byways.com and it's on View Ranger as well. Like I said earlier, I downloaded View Ranger, but it's a bit complicated. I figured it out last night because I haven't got a suitable handlebar mount. I'm not going to risk it. And do you know what the irony is? The delivery company is a replacement phone, but even so I don't want to break the one I've got because I love this phone. The only reason I'm getting a new one is because it doesn't cost me anything extra. Yeah, it cost me nothing extra. Morning. Yeah, it cost me nothing extra, and the battery on this isn't doing so well. It's a full 2 times a day charge now. And they say don't charge them overnight, so for the last 6 months I started charging it just during the day, because I spend a lot of time in the van or in the car. I charged it in the motor while I was driving, and that was fine. but then you wake up in the morning and your battery died. So I've got to the stage now where, because it's not going to cost me anything to upgrade, I've upgraded it. And this phone is a year old already. It's a Samsung Galaxy S. This is an S9 that I've got, and the one I'm getting is an S10. So it's only 1 year newer, but it means I've got at least 2 more years of Google updates and Samsung updates for security reasons, because I keep sensitive data on my phone for work, so I've got to have that. And also the battery's at least a year newer. And strictly speaking, I bought mine handset only, the S9, and I didn't buy it new. It was already a year old pretty much when I bought it. It had been used. It was a grade A condition, but it had already been used. Buggering hell, my legs are tired. Let me offer some mediation advice as well. Like that woman there, she didn't look particularly happy. She had to slam on the brakes. I wasn't going fast, thankfully. If I was and I was in that lane, she probably would have got splatted, and that would have been both my fault and her fault. She would have come off hopefully a lot worse than I would have done. But in a situation, if you do get someone that's angry and they stop in front of you, be perfectly polite, because it takes the wind out of their sail, and especially if you're recording it as well, they've got nowhere to go then. I mean, if you have to get aggro and smash them up, get aggro and smash them up. But be polite first. Don't instigate it, because if you instigate it, you're in the wrong. You'll still get in trouble pretty much though, because that's the fucked up laws of these stupid country we live in. If someone attacks you and you smash the fuck out of them, and I know this because it's happened to me several times, and you pay for it still years later. But yeah, be polite at first. If you have to resort to smashing them up, smash them up. If you don't, then your politeness has diffused the situation. And to be honest, I can understand why people get pissed off, because they want to walk their dog down here and they want to be nice and quiet and they want to take their kids out. Well, as long as we're being respectful, and us decent riders are respectful, there is always the dickhead, same as there are with just regular muggles, then there's no issue. But I can understand why, because there are some hooligans and they ruin it for the rest of us. And there's that whole, well, you shouldn't be out doing this on we're in lockdown. Well, if you can walk your dog, I can walk my motorbike, thanks very much. And if you don't like it, take it out with your local MP. I would say call the old Bill, but he ain't interested. To be honest, I don't know how many off-road bikes Herts Police have got, but I don't imagine, unless they're right, you know, a mile away, they're even going to bother entertaining coming down here. You ain't getting a Panda car down here. You struggle to get an actual Panda down here. And the other thing is, we've got to be respectful of the wildlife as well. Like there, whatever they are. Grouse, maybe. Is it a grouse, that little bird that looks like a chicken? Looks like a thing. No, I think grouse is a bit bigger actually. I don't know what that is. I do know what it is, I can't bloody remember. Anyway, this video's long. So as I said, oh yeah, this is just a refresher for me ahead of the weekend's riding. I haven't had confirmation about the weekend's ride. If that doesn't go ahead, then I'm going to the MK Bike Show with the backers of Bedfordshire, our new Facebook group. Come join us. Instagram page live as well. Bikers_of_Bedfordshire. I don't know if there's another underscore after that actually. I don't even know if I got the underscores in the right place. But if you type into your search bar Bikers of Bedfordshire, we're the first one that comes up. Also on Facebook. Come have a look at the group, come join it. We're always after new members. As long as you're decent, don't be a twat. Come over, offer some insightful advice. Don't try and run the place or take over. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Not pointing any fingers there. Sharon. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, this is our group, not your group. You're more than welcome to stay, but wind your neck in. We have a bicycle up ahead. Looks like an e-bike. I cannot get on that brake. Morning. It's alright. Thank you for being pretty and polite. You know what, even if you're ugly, if you're polite, politeness goes so far with people. This is going to be an unedited video, by the way. Hippo actually posted something and I didn't really understand what it was. He said something about a concise cut and all that, and I think what he is getting at is, because he hasn't released this yet I don't think, is that I'll take out all the bits, so I upload both, but I take out all the bits where I'm not talking and I only have the talking bits in the concise edit. I think that's what he was suggesting. So much less riding, much more talking, except I don't ever shut up. As you know, I don't ever shut up. So Mike and Si said it'll be probably just about 15 seconds shorter than my other one, than my cinematic. Well, I'm not using a fancy 360 camera, or 2 cameras even today, so there's not going to be really any fancy editing going on. Whew. It's a nice leisurely pace. Alright, 9 miles done. 191 to go before I drop the oil. The reason I need to do that is because the oil was overfilled by the motorbike hut up in Manchester way. Manchester. They're not mad for it up there, though. They're a bit shy, innit, eh? Yeah, because of the overfill, the engine was full of shit, apparently. I've got a video, but I haven't seen it because my phone email, the way it worked, it didn't actually display it within the email, so I didn't see it. It was an attachment, but when I open an email in Outlook, the attachment is in Outlook, is in the email. On Google, his attachment wasn't for some reason. So anyway, yeah, so I could do with checking that out. So all we're doing now is flushing out the crap because it had gunk in it where the old oil had congealed. Maybe it got some water in it. I mean, I haven't really done any water as such. Yeah, I haven't done any like river crossings. I've done little bits of water, as you've seen, but nothing that's, well, I don't even know if I've been up to my boots yet. No, I've been over my boots up to the ankle once, I think, early on with Dick and the boys on a Tuesday ride. But I've not done a river crossing where it's been up to my knees or even up half out my leg. And it can't be coming in through the airbox, because the airbox, as we all know, is like bloody Fort Knox. You'd have a better job becoming President of the United States of America than getting this out in a hurry. Anyway, we digress. Stupid designs of Fantic. And I mean, I can't blame the Chinese for that one, I don't think, because the Chinese pretty much supplied the engine and the parts, but the Italians designed it. And they've got their new bikes coming end of this year, either end of Q3, this Q, or start of Q4, or mid Q4 maybe, start of Q4, mid Q4. The new ones come, but they're proper off-road bikes, motocross bikes, enduro bikes. These, as Dean from Clements has told me numerous times, contrary to their advertising campaigns, that these are dual sport bikes and they are designed for light off-roading, not actual off-roading. So like, right, okay, yeah, right. It's like having a sport bike and only being able to ride on B roads but not allowed to go on A roads. Anyway, where were we? Can't even remember now. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, oh yeah, so their new bikes are coming. And their new bikes are going to start with an 8, not with a 4. Yeah. When you look at that, you then go, oh right, now I understand a bit more about this. Yeah. I mean, compared, as we all talk about, the CRF 250L is the go-to for discussing, you know, competition and comparisons. It's a big heavy bike. It's a good road bike. Still not, sorry, no, it's not a good road bike. It's a better road bike than this is. But transversely, it's a terrible off-road bike compared to this. But that said, people are still using off-road, still using CRF 250Ls for off-roading. Therefore, they can't be that bad, and they are built far better than these are. That is a fact, and I won't have anybody tell me otherwise. I won't listen to it. I just go la 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 la, put my fingers in my ears and say stuff like, I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I continually? The CRF, oh shit, is built better than this. Fact. End of. It costs more than this though as well. Not considerably more, not a hell of a lot more for how much better it's built. And it does work off-road. This is it. I mean, I've ridden one partially off-road and it was good fun. I don't think I'd like to use it every day as an off-road bike, but then if I hadn't seen this and fallen in love with its, oh shit, with its aesthetic, then I probably would have ended up buying the 250L, a used one, because I rode one of those up in Milton Keynes and actually it was alright. And other people have used them. I mean, Joe has had one before he had the Fantic, and his only real complaint is the weight. He got it stuck in the mud one day in a field, and thankfully after several days a passerby came passing by, as passers-by do, and helped him get it out of the mud. because otherwise he might still be there. Arguably, he was so deep in the mud that the Fantic wouldn't have come out either. So unless we did the same thing, we wouldn't know for sure. So people have got to stop slating the CR250L or CRF250L, and the CRF450L looks nice, but in the stock UK version, unless you get the power upgrade kit, it's a pile of crap. I'm not spending that kind of money on a bike with 23 horsepower, the same power as its cheaper sibling, like much cheaper sibling, 3,000, 4,000 pound cheaper sibling, and then having to spend extra money, 900 quid to upgrade it to get more power out of it. No mate, no thank you very much. Morning. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that, not in a million years. I'll go buy the KTM 690 and GRI if I was going to spend that kind of money, if I had that kind of money. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, we are pretty much at the end of the lane area that I was doing there. I think there's a little one, but I've really got to get back, because otherwise my delivery's going to turn up and I ain't going to be there, and no, my luck, they'll be early. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate anybody and everybody that does. Feel free to comment whether it's good, bad or ugly. Don't be rude. Good, bad or ugly will be sufficient. Did I go down there last time? Public byway. Yeah, that's the public byway. Oh, actually, know where I am. Yeah, I know where I am now. Good, I'm going to go this way then, because this is roadway. Yeah, as I was saying, sorry, got distracted there. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Hopefully it won't be too long this time. I've had a little bit of a break. Lots going on in life, as I'm sure lots of you have. So stay tuned for the next one. Bye, I guess. So long. Adieu. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Adieu. We out. On a serious note though, it's been so long since I actually made a video, not uploaded, I actually made one, that I can't remember what to do. Do we kiss each other? Oh, we can't, we've got social distancing. Alright, high five. Yeah, virtual one. Make sure you got your gloves and your mask on. Smell you later.